Oh my goodness, could the future of Lachlan Galvin and Tallyn Da Silva be the turning point for the West Tigers? If we don't lock them in now, guys, we might be watching our brightest stars start shining somewhere else, and that to me is a nightmare scenario for our club. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I am Geordie. I'm a diehard Tigers fan, if you cannot tell. I dissect all things West Tigers, and if you love in-depth analysis, passionate discussions, and debates about our team, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. It helps me in the algorithm out a ton, and ring that notification bell so you never miss an update. Now let's get stuck into it, mate, because this is a conversation that could define the future of the whole club, and we need to be on board. Lachlan Galvin is special, to say the least. We saw flashes of it early last game, but now it is undeniable as the game is sealed, and he is the real deal, you know, like his vision, his playmaking, the way he steps up under pressure. I don't often see an 18, 19-year-old dictate an NRL game the way that he does, and I am impressed. He already is looking like the kind of player you build a team around, and and I think the Tigers know it, because that's why the club is reportedly throwing $1 million at him in a massive offer to lock him in for long term. But here's where it gets complicated, in my opinion, because making him the highest paid teenager in NRL history is going to come with some serious risk. Like, let's think about it. On one hand, it sends a message saying, like, we believe in Galvin and we are building around him, and we are not going to let one another poach him. But that is massive. Like, sure, but if he is serious about creating a winning culture, we're talking Benji Marshall here, he has to like keep players like him. But is it too much? $1 million, like, too soon? He is 18, I believe. He is still developing. He is throwing a massive contract at a teenager that can go one of two ways, in my opinion. I think it can either give him the confidence to take his game to a whole nother level, or it could put so much pressure on the bloke that he becomes complacent and he struggles under the weight of the expectations that $1 million holds, right? So how does Galvin handle being the guy every single week? Because this is like your once-in-a-lifetime kind of money deal that, you know, there is no grace period with this. You get it, you step up. There's no, he's young, let him develop. You're expected to deliver every single game, just like your boss would give you a raise at work, right? And you are expected to step up and keep that consistency. Here's another thing. NRL history isn't exactly like kind to do huge contracts for young players. We've seen some really big money deals turn into nightmares so quickly before. Paying for potential is always a gamble, right? So no matter how good the player is, if he keeps developing, then yeah, sure, throw the money. But this could be the best move we've made in years. I don't know. But what if he plateaus, and what if he gets injuries that slow him down? That is the reality and the things that they're going to be thinking of, and I know Benji is. So once that contract is signed, there is no taking this back. We are locked in. He is locked in. If it doesn't work out, it will and could set us back years and years to the Telstra Premiership. And I don't know. With Lachie Galvin, sure, he's a great player, but maybe we need to look at a more less monetary like value, but longer, and make him loyal to the club, and then have a promise of $1 million in, say, 5 or 6 years. But then there's people like Tallyn Da Silva. Like, this guy is an absolute tank. I am so impressed with this bloke. He doesn't always get the headlines, but we need to talk about him because he has impact on the field, and it is undeniable. And yet his contract situation isn't being talked about enough, and we are so focused on people like Galvin and Luai and Uppy that we are missing the bigger picture. And if we don't lock in Da Silva, I think we could be making a massive mistake. Da Silva is the kind of player that I think teams win premierships with, right? Like, he's got that toughness, he's got that skill, and he's got that work ethic that makes a difference in big freaking moments. Like, the synergy between him and what Galvin could have, it could be really evident that they could bring us to the next level. And if we let one of the two go, we are going to be missing that crucial piece and something so special for the West Tigers. They will complement each other so freaking well, and keeping them together and creating that duo power, power couple, could be a foundation, I think, to the success of the West Tigers this year and the years coming. So that's why this is a package deal in my eyes. If you're going to throw big money at Galvin, we need to be throwing more money money at people like Da Silva. We can't afford to sign one and lose the other. So maybe letting Da Silva walk would be just as big of a disaster as losing Galvin. So what if we like split the funds a bit and give them both a huge bump, right? Because I want to watch Galvin and Da Silva just tear up the teams together. I don't want to see them tearing up each other in rival jerseys, right? And I just don't know. That's a scenario I am contemplating right now. What if we put too much money onto Galvin and not enough money into players that have so much potential that we are missing out on great players coming up through the West Tigers, right? Like, yes, Galvin is a great player, don't get me wrong, but what if he's not going to perform? Or what if we throw too much money at him and people like Da Silva, people like Royce Hunt, people like Jack Bird, people that are, even Terrell May, like people that are proving to show up every single game, give their 110%, no matter if they're happy with the club or if they're not. Like, they are here to play footy. They are committed to the West Tigers. They are loyal. Why don't we throw money at them, and sign bigger contracts with them? I get it. Galvin's trying to make business moves, but at the same time, he needs to be very careful of how he's stepping on not only the West Tigers' toes, but his teammates' toes. If he takes too much money, I guarantee there's going to be resentment coming from his mates on the team if he's not playing to 120% every game to his $1 million contract worth, right? So, I don't know. What do you guys think? Am I kind of going off the rails here, thinking that the West Tigers need to think about this in a deeper setting in terms of, like, what if we share the money out a bit, especially with people like Justin Olam leaving, possibly, most probably, and then with what's his name, Clemmer being gone. Like, we have extra room, extra money, and I get they are trying to keep key players. And should we build around them, or should we build up a team as a whole and give more money across the whole team instead of making Galvin the highest paid teenager and in the NRL league? I don't know if that's a smart move, because I believe Da Silva is so vital to our defensive structure as well, that if you had to choose like one to sign long term, who would it be? In my opinion, I'm thinking it would be Da Silva. Unpopular opinion, but let me know in the comments. Do you agree, or would you go Team Galvin? Or should we just throw everything out and get new players, or should we just keep both? Let's get the conversation rolling in the comments, because I am super torn on this subject. I love Galvin. I love what he's doing, but at the same time, he's so young. I don't know if $1 million is going to be great for him. It's like he's peaking too early on the contract side of things. He's going to always be expecting more, but at the same time, he's going to have to like playing so much harder and proving that he has what it takes to keep earning millions and millions. And I just don't know, man. Like, I think for him, he needs to play the long game. He needs to take less money, give more money to his teammates, build that loyalty around his club, and then show up game after game, no matter how he's feeling, his emotions, or what they're doing as a club, and perform at 120, 130, 140%, and give his freaking all every game. And I guarantee you he's going to see bigger reward in the long run. Plus, he's going to see so much better press about him and so many more fans and support from the for the bloke. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? Is Tallyn Da Silva just an absolute underdog that we are kind of skipping over and we should be putting more money in, or someone like Terrell May? And I know things with Taler May have kind of gone crickets right now, and I don't know how I feel about all that, and if they're going to be pulling money from like what could have been there to Galvin, and that worries me, because we are looking for some more solid players on the team, and I don't know if throwing all this money at one bloke, young fella that could just be peaking right now, like, and playing great just to get the season off to a great start and then plateau. I just don't know if that's the right call for the West Tigers, and I'm seriously worried that if we make the wrong decision, it's going to cost us not only the top 8, but we could be the wooden spoon again if we play our cards wrong. So I'm begging for Benji Marshall to really think this through, and I know that he is, as I believe so much in Benji Marshall that he has a golden opportunity right now to prove that Galvin and Da Silva are a perfect duo and could be pillars of strength and resilience for this team that finally break through that top 8, and we become top 8 threats, and we just have to play our cards right. So the window, I think, is to lock them in, and it is very open right now, but it won't stay open forever. So we got to really be serious about this. We got to make smart moves. We got to think of people like Taler May, or even other people. I really do think we need a new prop as well. We're just not seeing what we would like to see out of old mate, but there's so many different areas. We need bigger forwards. forwards that run harder. And I don't know, they're just saying Galvin getting all the money might be the wrong decision, but at the same time, he could bring everyone up with him having $1 million in the bank account at the end of the day. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Yeah, this is a really hot topic right now, and I love talking footy, but at the same time, we do need to talk about this because, you know, good footy comes from great players, and if we are paying great players, then we're going to see great footy, but at what cost are we paying for great players? You know, like, we need to make sure we have the right players for the team that are going to get us the victory, because at the end of the day, we can throw all the money at someone, but the team as a whole could just not be clicking, and whatever, you know, the season's over at that point. So, as always, guys, it is a great year to be a Tigers fan. I have so much freaking hope for this year and the future of the club and the future of Galvin and Tallyn Da Silva. And Benji Marshall has some really tough decisions to make, and I don't envy him whatsoever. But I know he will lead us, and we will just have to trust him and just believe that he knows what he's doing. So, again, let me know in the comments, what are you guys feeling with all this? Are we missing people like Lachlan Da Silva? Should we be getting them up? Let me know in the comments if you think there's anyone else that, you know, has a worthy shot of a raise. People like Jack Birdie, then he's been outstanding the last couple games. Terrell May, again, I think he got player of the game the last 2 games. It's like, why not bring them into the picture and let Galvin just ride out his contract for a bit and see from there? But I don't know, so many different mixed opinions that have so many different consequences and rewards that I don't know what I would do, and that's why I don't get paid the big bucks to coach the West Tigers. But that, my friend, is Benji Marshall. But yeah, as always, guys, it is a great year to be Tigers fans. We can dream big, baby. And as always, take it easy, mate. Geordie out.